Hi, folks. Here's a bad intro.
It's a lot of fuck niggas in the club tonight. Fuck 'em. But it's gonna be alright. Cause me and my clique, we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck, nigga. Trick Daddy. Good job, Big Daddy. Good job. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to fuck a nigga up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to fuck a nigga up. Let's go.
If you want some, come get some. Look where I'm from, we so big on. And everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it. But I won't answer now. Who, what, where, why? See, a lot of dudes like to act the fool now. You know, lie, but that ain't my style. So who he gon' get? And what he gon' do? Run up on me if you want to. Hot damn pressing his homie. And he stood up in front of his mama. I'm up the floor with him. And I keep in the door and let the phone get him. I got fools that'll go get him. It's for him and you.
Interesting. It like layered it. That's fun. Yeah. Other than the video being piss poor, the audio was fun.
Yeah. Rich, why wasn't it full screen?
Because oh. All right. Here's what we're gonna do.
I'm just trying to get you riled up.
We're gonna go ahead.
I'm like, man, is there an inside joke I'm missing? Like, why is it?
No. I'm putting him in timeout now. I'll let him out in about a minute. Yeah, no. Just whoops. Oh, I can't unmute you.
Oh, I did it myself. That's why.
Oh, I don't like that. I want admin power. All right.
I don't believe it.
Oh, yeah. No inside joke. Just the utter tilt of everything in my life at this point. But yeah, yesterday's episode was fun and great, except the intro was shit. So yeah, not happy. But welcome to the Tilt Fest that has become Footbald. I have now gone against my word. I'm not gonna wear a jersey again till I win a goddamn game or a week. That's where I'm at in life. I'm now in the what is it called? The the superstitious portion of the show now. It's only week 4 and I'm already not changing, underwear and doing things like that. So that's where I'm at. So that's good. Yeah.
It's changing underwear.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. So, as you
welcome
can
to
see,
football to everybody.
Yes, we're having a threesome tonight. And it's not the fun kind; it's like the devil's one. It's like the human centipede threesome. It's gross. So, as you may or may not know, this man is Taylor or Babs or whatever he wants to call it, little bitch boy. I don't know, whatever he likes to be called.
Rich, I think there's another way you could introduce me as well, just by looking at the standings in the league.
Where's this fucking? There it is. All right.
Hey, if you had his team and his record, you would be bragging as well. So
yeah, I get it, man.
Allow him his stage, his platform, because
yeah,
I know if I was 3-0, I would be talking shit myself. Oh, sorry. First couple minutes.
Did you not hear the Trick Daddy song? Like all of the curses, it's fine. Plus, it doesn't matter because apparently Russia doesn't like that song, so it gets blocked. Like our content gets blocked in Russia, so then it can't be monetized.
What?
Because Russia. They're the same people that didn't like America.
I was gonna say, like they banned the Hulk Hogan theme music. Why are they banning everything pretty much?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, because Russia. So before we jump into things here, yes, this is Football. I am Rich. That is Jermaine. And on to the right, we have the newest acquisition here to the show on, I guess, just Wednesdays, right? Not Saturdays, right? Just Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
He is going to be a part of the threesome here. And then on Saturdays, me and Jermaine will just go back to banging each other. So that'll be good. That'll be good. So I did give the fella a good little rundown of how the show goes now, and the kind of the new way we're going about it. So without further ado, we'll let this guy flaunt his little, get your flowers here. Go ahead, do your little victory dance about being 3-0.
I am 3-0. I'm very happy. You know, Rich, I think the biggest thing driving my team right now is Josh Allen. And I have you to thank for that because I was going to take Jalen Hurts and you took him directly before I took Josh Allen. So I appreciate that, Rich.
Well, that's going well. And you know what? And funny, I swear to God, this wasn't planned either, but I did screenshot a little blurb by Josh Allen here. And I don't know if anyone else saw it. But let me pull this up here. So he was quoted on saying, "It's fun and a wonderful thing when you got a bunch of guys that don't care about the stats."
Man.
So if you don't see that overt dig at Diggs, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's funny. That's funny because I'm like, yeah, Diggs was a Diggs head. So,
I mean, you got to seriously consider Buffalo as a contender because of there's no divas you have to feed, like he stated. I mean, they're a true team. I mean, like, name the team that's the dynasty of our era that it was a bunch of no names and Tom Brady throwing the pill. So when you don't have a main receiver that you have to care about, you don't have to force coverage. You don't have to force balls into him or anything like that. I mean, watch out for Buffalo this year. Just watching that Monday night game, and he, like you stated, he didn't have a number one receiver that he was trying to target. It was whoever's open. If they ain't open, I'm tucking it and I'm running the pill, or I'm chucking it to whoever's open. And that's the mentality to have if you want to win a championship. Really do.
I agree totally. First of all, I mean, with that quote, he might as whenever they play Houston, he might as well walk up and do like the Will Smith bitch slap. That's pretty much what he's doing. I mean, but I agree with Jermaine. Like, I mean, full disclosure, I'm a big Josh Allen fan. I have been for a long time. But the thing about them that's really scary is, like you mentioned, like what you just mentioned, Jermaine, is like they're not going to have to force the ball to anyone. But his issue, he's always been a hell of a quarterback, a hell of a talent that can like drive an offense. But his issue was he was turning the ball over. He's not doing that now either. That's scary. Like you're talking an elite player who runs like an elite running back, throws like an elite quarterback, and isn't turning the ball over anymore. And then you add in James Cook, who's actually they have one hell of a running back on top of it. Like you said, that's how you win a championship. A bunch of selfless players, elite talent. Like I'm kind of tempted to sprinkle some money on that. Just a little bit.
He said he's throwing the sprinkles in there, but yeah, let him tout his 3-0 team. And you see what's behind me and what I'm sporting. It's a lot easier to sport your team when they're doing good.
Yeah. And you know, Jermaine, next Wednesday, if I lose, Rich will have me, have me teed up. So
they're going to DDT you right on camera.
I have a few different things going on here. I gotta beat the shit out of my kid this week, which I'm very excited about. I'm hoping that I can do that because I just need it for a bunch of different reasons. Mostly so I'm not 1-3. If I lose to him, we're just not going to pay for his college anymore. That's kind of how that's going to go. It's either going to be that, or I'm going to go into the back office side of things and just sabotage his score. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Just a couple scores.
He said stat correct.
Yeah. So what happened was you got an extra 100 points. I don't know how that happened. We have to go ahead and remove that. And he's new enough that he'd be like, "Oh, that sucks. I don't know how that worked, but okay." I'm like, "Yeah, stupid." No.
So coming off that Monday with two games, how did y'all feel about that? Like, did you feel deprived that you couldn't watch one or the other? I mean, it was good that Buffalo was blowing out Jacksonville. That way, you had an easier time watching the Redskin. I'm not correct. Commanders. I'm still saying Redskins. the Commanders versus Cincinnati, and one guy on one of the fantasy shows I watch, he recommended, the last show, Rich, we were talking about is Thursday night football like uncooked or unbaked finished product, and we were stating like,
where were you going with that?
no, you remember the last show we were talking about like it seemed like Thursday
No,
night
I know that.
football
But I
is.
want to know what food you were going to pick. You know, Fatty Magoo. You know, I was looking to see what kind of food you're going to pick.
Oh no, like I said, it's like
Magoo over here.
putting your roast into the oven and then like checking it before it's fully done. But one guy made a suggestion. He said this should be, instead of having a Thursday night game where it's a short week, a lot of people don't suit up for it, and it's some pretty bad football. Should we do the dual Monday nights? Like every week, just 2 Monday night games, the Sunday game, and that's
who said
pretty
that?
much. It's on the fantasy live show on NFL Network's like Adam Rank. He was like, I think we should do away with the Thursday night game and go with the two, because we got 2 Monday nights coming up this week as well, just to kind of, I guess, get you settled into that. But what if it was like that permanently? Would that be better than having a Thursday night game where the players aren't really, seems like you don't get the best production that you're looking for?
At least you get to watch the game. Shit.
True. I mean, but still, I mean, on Sunday we got Scott Hansen that kind of, forced and fills us in on every game that's going on. But I mean, 2 games, that's too hard for you to kind of keep track of, or
clearly.
looking back.
For me, logistically, it makes sense because I like the points of guys. A lot of guys don't play on short weeks, things like that. It's a better scheduling aspect, right? The issue I see there is the money. I think a big reason why they do the Thursday is the Amazon and the different providers they can get money from, right? Like I like the idea.
Great point.
If it were up to me, I would do Thursday, Friday. I love the Friday game they did with the Eagles and whatnot. I would do like a Thursday, Friday, get even more cash, give another provider who can do that Friday. But it's all about the money, in my opinion. I wouldn't be against 2 Monday nights, especially because of the main point of on Thursday, it's on a short week, scheduling's a lot better. But then, the NFL and their cash. So
then do 5, then 5 o'clock, then 8. If you're gonna do it that way, do it right.
Yeah. They're only staggering them by 45 minutes. Yeah, that's a little unfair, but you can't, like you stated on the last part, Rich, you can't infringe upon Friday and Saturday night because Friday's people want to take their kids to the high school game, or if they got a son that's participating, and then Saturday you shut out college. If there's an NFL game on at any point on Saturday, you best believe I'm not watching no college game over. I don't care if it's 1 versus 2. I'm gonna watch probably the Texans versus the Colts before I watch a 1 versus 2 college game. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not a big super fan of the college game. So yeah, you can't eat into the Saturday college people because they got to make their money. And then Friday is, I guess,
get away with Friday. You can get away with Friday.
Maybe.
I feel because there's not really money to be made there. It's just more like
not in high school.
You're gonna have a bunch of pissed off dads that are streaming it at the game. Why they yell at their kid, "Tackle him, you fucking pussy!" And it's one of those things. But there's not really any other day. You can't go to Wednesday because then you're like, you can't complain that people aren't suit. Yeah, right. Like that's.
Yeah, that's
your final practice is on Tuesday. It's like, okay. I if they are going to do if they're going to do the staggered Monday or just the Monday, like the double thing, do 5 and 8:30,
or even like a 7,
like a 5 and a 7.
No, maybe like a 7 and like a 9, or at least like a little bit.
I want to avoid the bleed over though. Like that's the thing, because I mean, you think about the first game, that's going to be kind of sort of in the witching hour. Thank you, Scott Hansen. Kind of right at the point of the kickoff of the other one. Like you're not gonna flip. I mean, depending on what the score is, what have you. But really, that's a really inopportune time to do it. I mean, I get if they're going to do it the way that they're doing it, it's probably the best way to do it the way they're doing it now, because it's like, all right, you're probably starting the second quarter, maybe bleeding down to, midway second quarter. Okay. But it just seems so dumb. Like, you're not really appealing to two separate or four separate markets. You're kind of just ostracized two markets. Like, you're like, well, pick which one you want to, and like, God forbid they actually have good games,
Yeah.
because then you're like, well, shit, it's like, which kid do I want to watch? I don't know.
Yeah, this Monday that just passed, if that Buffalo game wasn't out of hand and it was like very competitive, I don't know if I would have been able to flip over to the other game, because I would have been too much into that game, like too much invested already in that game. It's like,
Right.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's not 1992. Like, people have multiple TVs, you have streaming devices and things like that. But I don't want to have to do that. Like, I don't want to have to make that decision. I have a giant fucking TV. I don't feel like I need to, hit the, I don't have picture in picture. Like, I don't know. It just seems poorly thought out. Like, I don't think anybody eats with that. Nobody benefits from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like you said, Bab, it's all about the money. So, and more and more streaming services. I think at the beginning of this year, before the year rolled out, somebody like estimated like in order to watch every NFL game, you had to sign up for like every streaming service out there. Like you had to
they got a
sign
game
up
on
for.
Netflix, don't they?
Yeah.
This year? They got a game on
I don't
Netflix
know.
this year, don't they?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think
believe
that's
they do.
down the pike, or is it? It might be
Yeah.
coming, like a Christmas game or something like that. I think it might be on Netflix or something like that.
It's something.
But I
goofy,
know
like,
Peacock jumped into the
yeah.
Peacock jumped into the pool. We got Amazon Prime. You already know YouTube. They got the Sunday Ticket. Like, in order to get to watch every primetime game, you do have to, even if it's temporarily, subscribe to X amount of streaming services just to get them all. Yeah,
I think Roku even has one now.
Really?
Roku.
I'm
Like
pretty
the
sure.
Roku channel? Wow.
Let me see here. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, Roku. I'm like, man, what? Yeah, we got big and lots of games.
Yeah, they're gonna have like Tubi. They're gonna have like Jesus, man.
Crunchyroll and
Right.
Japanese anime and
Shudder's gonna have one, but they're all dressed as horror characters. Oh, jeez.
Maybe not this year. I swear they did a Roku at some point. I could be wrong.
but yeah,
All right. Well, let's kind of get into the bells and whistles here. Kind of cover the week that was. So I lost both leagues pretty handedly. And the name of the episode here, as you see, it is Underperformed and Underwhelmed. And actually, can I see the description here? No, I can't. But the description is something along the lines of last week was Injury Mageddon. This week is basically underwhelming, underperformed, Armageddon. Uh-oh. Who's in here?
We have a comment that I'm curious about your response
Do
to.
we? How do you feel losing to me? Not fucking great, bub. Not fucking great. Wow. That hurts. That hurts a
got it from
lot.
the horse's mouth himself.
Wow.
He joined just to stamp you out like Ray Lewis under
He did.
some grass.
He did. It hurt. It hurt my soul. That.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have done the same thing. Nice work.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm glad. It's fucking thrilling. No, but look, it was a real weird week, man. Like, the people that should have done stuff did not do stuff. Yeah. Oh, and this fucking guy. Yeah, I know. I was
about to dump everyone until that week. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you hung in there. Yeah, but it's seriously, it is a crazy thing. Like, nothing happened that should have kind of happened. I wasn't out here thinking, T. Higgins was going to come out and blow up the world, but I also kind of thought he'd do more than he did. You got Dallas Goedert that literally went from who to literally a tight end 1 on the year so far. Like,
whoever drafted
somebody,
that guy.
I heard somebody say that the yards that he gained last game were 29% of what he gained last year. Just think about that. Like, that's nuts to me. And then you got Kelsey. Somebody said, or I saw that Andrews ran like four actual routes last week. How is that happening?
Yeah,
and you got Jawan Jennings.
He went crazy. I played against him. I lost by like almost 100 because it was just like, I didn't even have a chance. But it's the NFL. It's like the NFL continues to show you over and over that as soon as you think you know something, you know nothing at all.
Right.
It's like,
I mean, the only real, I mean, if we just kind of blitz these games so we can get into the new ones here. I mean, Giants at Browns. I mean, that was a game of who gives a shit. But I'm pretty sure Watson got sacked like 14.364 times. His offensive line is offensive like him. So I'm not necessarily mad about it. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, Jermaine, you're a cunt. I absolutely
you just go give me a bullet point like, yeah, you're a cunt at the end of the day. All right, what happened?
Neighbors. Fuck Neighbors and fuck Abunze. Fuck them.
Neighbors,
fuck them in the face. Absolutely not though, Alan. Yeah, the new way in on Earth. That it's Daniel Jones. Like,
maybe Neighbors is just like Jefferson. Doesn't matter what quarterback, he's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean it's rough because it's a rookie. It's always a rookie, and you're like, I don't know what's going to happen. And then he does things. You're like, yes, I am the smartest man alive.
All right, so why am I a cunt? Was that just a random?
No, you didn't. No, I told you I wanted Dalton, and you're a douche, and you took Dalton. You just took
what thumb in the oven guy? What's his name again? Watson from me. So So
you see how well that
pay you back. That's what you get. That's what you get. You should have let me take him.
It's all right.
Now I got the red rifle.
Gingers don't have any souls, so there you go. Have fun with that. But yeah, I'm like, no one's gonna take him. But I'm also like, I'm not gonna play the game. And then I woke up. I'm like, this son of a bitch.
I didn't want to burn my waiver, but it's like a quarterback in this league is that important. So you do burn the waiver for that because that's the difference between 30 to 40 points a week, or you take a choice with 10 or 15 from the other players. So, yeah.
And I dropped him today. I dropped Watson and I picked up Bo Nix, and I just want to die a little bit inside.
I'm waiting for Cleveland to hand the keys to Jameis. I told you I want Jameis to shoot everybody. Just give it up and give the keys to Jameis Winston. Same thing in Tennessee. I'm waiting on Will Levis to give the keys to Mason Rudolph so we can see that offense thrive.
I'm surprised Levis is still playing at this point. Yeah. It's been brutal.
But Neighbors, did his thing. I mean, I agree with Alan. It's definitely not sustainable because Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones, and it will always be Daniel Jones. So
he showed flashes of Odell. I mean, he was in that Giant. I mean, of course, it's a Giants uniform, but he was looking like a young Odell on Sunday. I was like, man, Neighbors was it.
let's see what's next here. Packers at Titans. Cool.
Levis mania. I mean, that's. I own Pollard in a couple leagues, and it is so infuriating. Every drive you're watching like on on Sports Center or whatever. You're following the game, like refreshing and whatnot. And
Yeah.
every drive, Will Levis sack 12 yards, Will Levis interception, Will Levis fumbles, and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like
Yeah.
every drive dies because of Will Levis. It is so frustrating.
Yep.
I mean, you see him on the TV screen. You even see his coach. You can read his lips. He said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And you can see it coming right out of his mouth. I mean, it's like, wow. Yeah.
He has all those viral moments where he's like on the ground throwing, but like some of his throws aren't even on, like they're not even showing, are just horrendous. You sit there and you're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
And Alan pointed out that this is why he went heavy QBs round 1 and 2, and that's kind of common for this league. You kind of have to grab up at least one of them in the first or second. So I'm glad you latched onto that.
Yeah, if you in that draft and you start seeing them QBs, because it seemed like soon as the first one go, it's like a domino, and then just starts going crazy, and you got to hurry up and grab one before you miss out and be stuck with Will Levis like me. But I got like that by default because Tua is a brittle piece of paper, so it's like, man, I drafted Tua I think in like the third.
I mean, it's killing me.
Can't even use him.
I can't use Stafford, so I'm like, oh, God, because I know we had a little bit of a thing last week, and I wasn't sure who I wanted to start between Watson and Stafford. You're like, man, you better go Stafford, and I'm like, they actually ended up coming up pretty much exactly
pretty
the same.
even. Yeah, they didn't. None of that panned out.
Stafford has the same issue Hurts has right now. At least Hurts can run. That helps the value a lot, but no one to throw to. That's why Dallas Goedert's going to be a monster again this week. He's going to get 10, 15 targets because there's literally no one else healthy in that offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping for Devontae to be able to suit up, but we'll see there. But
I don't think so. Concussion.
Yeah, me either. I'm not counting on it. So Packers and Titans. Hop had he did old Hop things.
Yes. As soon as I drop him, it's like he realized he wasn't on my team no more. He was like, finally get off that asshole's team. Because I cut him in a different league too, and immediately got picked up today. I'm like, he would wait till I drop him to start producing.
Yeah, that's how it works. That Emmanuel kid, I wanted to grab him up, but our lovely Alan here kicked me in the dick again. So that was good. That felt nice.
I dropped him too.
Yeah.
It seemed like the targets of the waiver wire was people I dropped the week before. I'm like, man. But
actually, that's actually a good thing here while we're on that real quick, because I forgot all about kind of tackling the waiver wire thing here. I got all excited for trying to turn the page on my week that I forgot to, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So, waiver wise here in this wonderful league, we're looking at, let me see. All right.
No huge hot names to me.
No,
it was just
not at all. There's only 4 or 5 actual claims. Cole Kmet.
I dropped.
Dalton, yeah. DeAndre, which is crazy. DeAndre had 4 claims on him. Holy shit, man. That's nuts. Okay. Manny Wilson. Thank you, Alan. You are a terrible, awful person. And Ty Johnson. I don't understand that one.
I don't either.
Use the claim on Ty Johnson.
Yeah, it was Daddy. That sounded weird.
Thanks for the
way. Well, actually, no, it's not Daddy. No, I'm sorry, it's not Daddy anymore.
Thanks for moving me up.
It's Auto Pick Fuckstick. That is the current player's name for that. Don't know.
I'm lying in the weeds. I'm saving mine until the right moment.
Yeah, that's usually what I try to do here, but
too.
Hey, I need an RB. Yeah, Yeah, I'm quite sure I saw your RB room. I felt them last week. It was great. Love it. Let's see here. Cordero Patterson got picked up by some fellow over here. He is a fantasy football darling for both of us. He did very, very well on my wedding day.
No, I picked him up primarily because they're pretty much saying that Warren is not going to play, and Najee's
Right.
in a sling, and they don't know if he's going to play, and the Colts run defense is horrific. So, hey,
Yeah.
it might be a spot start, Cordell. Hey, you never know.
Even if Warren's
Take a
out,
flyer.
Arthur Smith loves Cordell
Yeah.
Patterson. So even if just Warren's out, that's a pretty nice move.
I went ahead and snatched up Roshan Johnson. He is getting an uptick in kind of snaps. I'm not really going to go play him, but I'm going to wait and see. Also grabbed up Roman Wilson, and I dropped Adonai Mitchell because until Richardson actually does something, I can't. There's not any reason to keep him right now. I'm okay with that.
It's no longer a tilt draft pick.
Yeah, no longer tilt. So Lil Jordan Humphrey got picked up. What a goddamn.
That had to be
retarded
Chuck.
name.
That gotta be.
It absolutely was Chuck. 1 billion
I didn't
percent.
even know, but I just know his style. That had to be him.
Yeah, that is a ridiculous name. Tutu Atwell got picked up by Bob.
I wanted Tutu. I did
Really?
want to take a flyer on Tutu. He had
I
one
get
long
it.
bomb, but it seemed like Stafford's still figuring out who he's going to throw it to.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody assumed it was going to be Robinson and the Johnson dude, but it ain't. So
Right.
I don't know who it is. So
Like I said, I picked up Bone. Allen actually picked up, or no, yeah. Picked up Calvin Austin III. Dropped Jalen Wright. I don't know, man. I'm not really believing. I feel like you're chasing points there, but you deserve all the bad things in the world, so I don't care. I'm very angry. And then this goof troop over here picked up Tyler Conklin.
First place.
Yeah, whatever. Fine,
Good pick.
fine.
I picked him up in another league. Good pick.
I don't buy
Because I'm
it.
sitting up there messing with Evan Ingram. He hasn't came and picked up some tight end named Strange, Dr. Strange or something this week.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'd rather go Conklin. I'll take him.
Yeah. The way I see it is he got targeted 10 times by Rodgers last week. If that happens again, that's a nice find the rest of the year. If not, dump him and pick someone else up. So
Yeah.
worth a flyer in a league like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just before the recording here picked up Clyde Edwards, Eclair. I'm just
Call that
assuming
man a
you're-
donut.
I did. Okay.
I'm not really buying it, but there's a lot of people that think he could be a big time.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what's your angle on that one? Because this seemed like he
So-
has all these people ahead of him. I mean, isn't he on some type of list? He's about to come off that list.
The rumor is
okay.
he's going to be back week 5, week 5. And the other rumor is Pacheco might not come back, period. So another lottery ticket. Yeah, so another lottery ticket. My hope is in a couple weeks anyone in Kansas City's offense is getting 10 plus touches might be worth a flyer. So that's kind of what I'm going with. It is kind of I have the room on my bench now. He could get double-digit touches eventually in Kansas City. Why not?
Right.
And then the worst comes to worst, if he doesn't in a month, I drop him. So, but you just never. I learned my lesson from last year that flyers like that can really pay off later on. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. And in this league, I mean, in a typical league, if someone's not a potential for maybe 15, 20 points, it's probably not a good pick. But in this league, if you can find somebody that can consistently get you 8 to 10 points, that's a good find. I mean, you could trot them out there every week just to cop you that 8 to 10 points. And
right.
that's all you need in Kansas City's offense, a couple touches, catch here and there, and you go, 10 points.
It just reminds me so much of Baltimore's backfield from before. And I don't want anything to do with that. So I get it. I have P. Ryan, and I thought he was going to get a lot more play. He didn't have a terrible
Me
week, but
too.
it's like, I don't know. You're about to have, three heads in that backfield, like, and neither
Yeah,
one of them.
Babs, you got Steele. What did Steele do this week? Did he
It wasn't
do?
bad. I think he had like I think he had like 17 carry. Let me look. I'm gonna have to look it up. But he had a pretty solid game. I
Okay.
wasn't upset about it. I feel like he
Yeah,
had that
I mean,
many
for
touches.
what it was gonna be, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. Where is it?
Because it's a
Yeah.
3-headed monster, and they're
So
about to bring in Kareem Hunt.
Oh
Steele
God,
had
yeah, it's about
17
to be a
carries.
4. Shit.
How
Steele
much he
had-
get you?
He had 17 carries for 72 yards, and he had 2 catches. So 19.
How many
touches.
points?
I would say I don't think it was a lot because it was mostly 11.
11. Yeah, because you don't get points for a carry; you just get points for the yards.
Right.
But yeah,
The
so
touches.
that's
are-
not bad. It's
Yeah.
not bad for the first week.
For me, my mentality with that offense is with all those running backs, one of them's going to be Gus Edwards. So my hope is I'm thinking it's going to be Steele, the big goal line guy with his build, but we'll see.
You know, it'd be cool. It'd be really cool if my Gus Edwards would actually be Gus Edwards. Be super cool.
He's getting
Told
close.
you before the week even started. I said Gus is probably not the player. I knew
mean,
the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually sitting him this week because, we'll get into that stuff. All right, let's go here. So, Bears and Colts. Yeah, I mean, Caleb balled out. I don't know if you really can believe in him or not, but I mean, through for.
I wouldn't read too much into it until I
No.
see some consistency. That's could be a 1 week flyer thing. You never know.
Well, yeah, that's just the running upside, and I think there were some things that happened there that probably shouldn't have. I know one of his big catches was down on that weird little deflection Hail Mary thing to DJ Moore. So, what are you gonna do there? Colts, they're bad. They're bad. I mean, Jonathan Taylor always good, but I don't know what's happening with that offense. Other than that, it's stay away. Texans, Vikings, big stinker by Stroud. I wouldn't really be worried about it. Tank banged up his hand, but he should be fine. Aaron Jones had a real good game. I mean, kind of a coming out party, and he's going into Green Bay here this week, so that'll be a fun little revenge game narrative.
Game.
On some good.
That game was flip flopped as far as what I thought.
Yeah,
Minnesota. I thought Minnesota would be the one with the 7, and Houston would be the one with the the high score. No, it was totally different.
Yeah, I still don't believe in Darnold, but I
still don't.
No, I'm just waiting for the pumpkin, and the pumpkin is coming up next here. Mr. Pumpkin himself, Mr. Derek Carr, he
turn back.
He is who we thought he was, and all that fun stuff. Eagles, I don't know what to do with that. I feel like I don't know. I do not know. Like it sucks because I dedicated so much draft capital into the Eagles early on, and here we go again.
I don't know who the Eagles are. The only one that you can count on week in, week out so far has been Saquon Barkley. Other than that, I don't know nothing about the Eagles really. It's 1 week they're this, 1 week they're that. I don't know.
I think Hurts will be fine in the long run. Barkley can't score every touchdown every week. That's my thought. So I think he's due for some regression. Not regression in terms of but what I mean. He's not going to score twice a week.
No.
I was pissed because I have Hurts in my home league, and I was pissed because every time you're like, oh, they're finally going to score. Saquon Barkley 65-yard touchdown. Oh, they're going to 2 minutes left. They're going to score. Saquon Barkley 3 yards up the middle touchdown. I'm like, are you shitting me? Where's the tush push?
He looks like he's making poor decisions. He looks like he's rattled. I don't know if that's just recency biased or what, but he looks not. He doesn't look okay.
Who
Like,
hurts?
not that he's hurt, but it
Yeah,
just,
you saying Hurts?
yeah,
Huh.
just
I don't
It's
like these
AJ Brown. I mean,
making-
if you look to your left or to your right and you see number 11 with that visor looking like a grown man amongst boys, it would pump up your confidence too. And
yeah,
if
that's fair.
that bully that you bring to the playground ain't with you, yeah, you're gonna be a little hesitant because you ain't got that dog ready to fight for you right there. So, yeah, AJ Brown. I think when AJ Brown is on the field, Jalen Hurts becomes a different player. Definitely does.
Well, you need to have this motherfucker do some stretches then, because this hamstring horseshit is killing me. The Saints, who knows? I don't. It's Derek Carr, man. It's same feeling as I have with Daniel Jones.
I know the Rashid Shaheed owners were pissed. They got a straight goose egg out of him. This dude was dropping like a touchdown a week, deep touchdown a week to just nothing, not even 1 point. Oh, man.
We'll see. I mean, Olave is doing Olave things, but I don't. It's a weird thing, man. I don't know. Well, I need a much more bigger sample size than the last 3 games where they went ham, then they ate a salad, So I don't know. Chargers at Steelers. Who the fuck cares? My God. Like the stat line reads like if you were playing Madden on all Madden and you weren't really good at Madden. Like, that's what your stat line looks like. Herbert got hurt, re-aggravated it, which sucks, and everybody suffered there. Everybody. Like, at this point, from this point on, I don't think you can touch any Charger until Herbert is back, and actually Herbert is back. So
I would still trot out J.K. Dobbins because they still got to run it.
I wouldn't even do that, man.
They do got to run it.
I
no matter who's back there, they have to.
I get it, but you're either dealing with Easton Stick or Tyler, Meineke will change your brakes for you. Like, I don't like Taylor Heineke feels like the new, was it Josh Johnson, that black dude that played for like 19 different teams.
He was on every squad. I think he was even on different squads during the season. Like, he probably floated on 4 different squads during 1 year.
Yeah, he was on Miami's practice squad, but he was actually starting for Denver. So yeah, that's how that works. That's not really true. But thoughts on this game here?
With the Steelers, I mean, I think that game was over once Herbert went down. Steelers defense is way too much to begin with, and then you add in a random backup quarterback. I think Fields looked fine. I mean, I think people are making him out to be more than he is, but I also think people are underestimating him, if that makes sense. I think he's a pretty solid starting quarterback. Overall, though, I agree. It's on a game I would have enjoyed watching from start to finish. I'll put it that way. Which is a lot of Steeler games, to be fair.
This is very true. I mean, if you keep him in his lane and don't ask him to do things he's not comfortable with, which can be said about most players in the league, but for someone with that skill set, it's like you really do want to stay in your lane. Like, he is not built. He's not built for comebacks.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Fields is like a son or a daughter or somebody that you're trying to teach how to drive. Like, first you start out in the parking lot, and then you let them go around the pole a couple times, and then each week come on, you let them come out the parking lot and make a right, but they're not ready to get on the highway. Like, Justin Fields is not going to be, no flashy special quarterback. They're going to release a little bit to him every week, try a few throws, and just keep them narrow-minded. Don't let them Venture
don't
off.
lose the game. Like don't give you
Play
we're not
clean football. Clean football.
We don't want you to take chances. You're not built for that, kid.
Yeah. And our defense is too good to just get these wild turnovers. As long as you play clean football, stay on schedule, manage the game, we got a good enough defense that'll carry you, and we'll see how many games we can win. I mean, it's small ball, it's high school football, but
Right.
hey, they're winning. They are 3-0. You can't deny that.
No way you can go back to Wilson right now, in my opinion.
Oh, none. No, I don't see it. Mm-mm.
No. All right. Broncos at Bucks. Broncos won.
Didn't see that one.
That's one of those weird games. Once again, who knew? Big egg. I'm not really concerned about that. I think everyone needs to really kind of rechange how they think about White, and Bucky might be that dude. So
Irvin, yeah.
we'll kind of see what happens there. But that not really an exciting game. No one really cared. Probably the most what the fuck happened game. Panthers Raiders beating them by 14. Red Rifle came in and made everyone hold his ginger beer, and just came out, no mistakes. 3 tutties, 319 through the air. Chuba Hubbard is very, very important to this team. Deontay was like, hey, I know how to play football, and it's kind of crazy when you actually have a receiver that'll catch the ball when someone actually throws them the ball. It's kind of weird there, Kenny fucking Pickett. So weird how that works.
Yeah.
The Raiders, they're the Raiders. They have a Gardner, they have a ham salad sandwich playing football. So, and Taylor, so you understand what we're talking about there. I have made the connection that Gardner Minshew is the ham salad of quarterbacks. He's pretty good in like small increments, but
yes,
if you do ham salad like every day, you're gonna throw up.
Like just a sample of it is good, but if you get too much of it, it's like, oh, disgusting.
The taste does not age well.
Yeah. Probably another crazy surprise. Well, maybe not crazy surprising. Maybe surprising just on the sheer lack thereof amount of things that happened. Dolphins got smoke showed by the Seahawks, 24-3. The Dolphins lost Sky about third quarter. But apparently, he was getting his ass beat all game. So I think at that point he's like, okay, can I do what Stafford wants to do and just not play right now? Like, I'm gonna go get some Gatorade and an ice cream sandwich. That's what we want. That's what we're gonna do.
Well, that game proved to me, Skyler. That game proved to me that pretty much you got to put all Dolphins on ice except for probably Tyreek Hill and A-Chain. Everyone else, you got to put police tape around them.
That could be true, man. I don't even know if that could be true.
I think
those are.
I mean,
if you had Tyreek Hill in your lineup, would you really sit him down?
I think I understand. It is a crazy hard decision, but because I was of the ilk of thinking, okay, they're kind of matchup proof, man. They'll be fine. They'll figure it out. No, like they were down 17-3. They were down 17-3 in the first quarter. So all they had to do was play catch up, and they made no ground in 3 quarters.
Well, prep yourself, because the toilet bowl of all toilet bowls is this week. Will Levis versus potentially Tim Boyle, I believe.
Yeah, I see.
So, good God.
Yeah.
And it's in prime time on Monday night, so everybody can see it.
Oh, they're going to have plenty of sports betting promos firing that night. To get
See, you
people to bet
say
on
that, but that game is going to end up being like 30-28, just because why the fuck wouldn't it?
because everyone's going to bet
Yeah.
the under. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's like you sitting on the toilet and they filming you sitting on the toilet taking a dump.
Yep. Oh, there's a Will Levis throw. Yeah.
Who do you throw it to? I don't know. The person wasn't even wearing a jersey.
Oh, they got intercepted.
Yeah, the Dolphins are searching. They're shopping. They're talking about, they even reached out to the Steelers trying to get Russell Wilson. They want somebody to throw the pill because it ain't Skylar Thompson.
I commented this on the Twitter sphere today, and I was like, "Hey, look, if you guys want Justin or Russ, we will gladly take A-Chan off you. That is fine by me. No issues there, boys."
It makes you wonder, how in the hell do they not sign a better backup quarterback?
Yeah,
and I was listening to a show this morning, and they were like, "Look, you're almost forcing to his hand here. Like you're almost putting him in a position where he needs to come back to like."
Yeah,
that's because you're giving him his time and saying, "No, take care, take care." But then you're also doing nothing to better the team. So it's like you're saying this, but then you're doing this other thing that is almost, contradicting that. So
yeah. But what Bad was saying is that, like in the off season, you got a somewhat injury prone quarterback. You should go out and sign a solid, and I mean solid backup. Like they like dropped the ball
like
on that
Andy
one.
Dalton.
Like when you saw the guy seize on the field last year, I mean, like there's a, I mean, not even a real chance. Like there is a very realistic chance that he doesn't play. He takes another hit like this, he's done, right? So they knew coming into the season he could be done with another hit like that. And they,
how they say like you are what you eat. That motherfucker has been eating broccoli for years because he's literally about to be a piece of broccoli. Like that is what's happening right now. Like, and it's not trying to be funny, but it's also like, dude, like Favre just came out and said he has Parkinson's, and I guarantee that because he got slammed on his dome many times and it jarred his noggin.
We see how many NFL players go and murder people, and
right? You think Tua's gonna walk out of here being like a normal guy? No, he's like, I'm doing like, he's putting up like gang signs, but he's like, no, I just got tackled. Why are you throwing up gang signs? I'm not. I don't know what my hands are doing right now. Ravens Cowboys. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, hold on.
Yeah, that was the match.
Ravens Cowboys. That annoyed me. I was really kind of pulling for Dallas to hurt the Ravens because hurt the Ravens. Dak did Dak things. He spread it all over the field. Jake Ferguson came back and hurt me so much. Thank you, Jake Ferguson. That was great. King Henry, $151 and 2 tutties. That is not a predictive stat. I wouldn't count on that, but
that ain't gonna happen every week. King Henry is 70 yards and a touchdown. You better go home happy with that every week if you get it.
What are your guys' temperature on Dowdle here? Like, what are we thinking there? Is it like is there something there, or is there like I don't get it.
I just don't think Dallas is making any type of effort to run the ball. I mean, they brought in Zeke Elliott. The dude is like 600 years old. He's way past his prime. That told you how they felt about the running game to begin with. They didn't invest in no running back. They didn't bring in no free agents. They don't want to run. Dallas wants to pass that pill all over the place, and the run is a disguise or like a ha-ha psych. We'll run it just to, I guess they say, keep the defense honest or whatever, but they don't want to run until they get maybe forced to. I don't know.
I have Dowdle in like every other league. So I like the upset of Dowdle because, number one, the competition's not next to, like Deuce Vaughn, nope.
Right.
Zeke, nope. Dowdle's the only player only running back on that team that could be 3 downs, right? And you're kind of seeing that with the usage where he's getting more and more touches each week and he's dominating the backfield. I think there's upside there. I really do, and that's why I'm kind of stashing him where I can. The problem is though what Jermaine mentioned, and I saw it last year being a Tony. I own Tony Pollard in a lot of leagues, and the way they used him was exactly what Jermaine just described. They do not actually want to run. They will run, but in the red zone, forget about it. I'll tell you that right now. I can't tell you how many times Pollard they threw a 1-yard touchdown, right? I think the upside is severely limited by the fact that Dallas does not commit to the run ever, especially in the red zone. So scoring is not really an opportunity. Dowdle could save that a little bit because he catches passes, but I agree with Jermaine. I think the upside's capped because of that. Do I think he's rosterable? Yes. I wouldn't expect him to be a top 10 back at any point.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the problem.
Niners at Rams. Rams just squeaked it out. Nothing really happened in this game at all. Not even close. Nothing. Except Jawan fucking Jennings. Holy shit. 3 tutties, $175, 11 catches. That's just bonkers. I don't think Ayuk's in game shape. So
yeah, where is he at? I even forgot he was even out there. I'm like, is he hurt too? And he was like, no, he's not hurt. But Jennings is supposed to be the third read in the route, and he was wide receiver 1. He was wide receiver 1 on the week for everybody in the entire league. So I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
Kyron,
24 for almost $1, 2 tutties. Just Stafford found a way. I'm staying away from it still. Like, I don't trust it. I'm starting Bo Nix over Stafford. Now that has a lot to do with the matchup for both of those are awful. So Bo Nix, they're going against Jets, and Stafford's going against Chicago.
I'd probably go Stafford. I would not.
I'm probably going to, but God, I just don't want to play this anymore. I don't want to do it.
At least Stafford's a veteran. Bo Nix is a rookie. Right. He's going to be seeing all types of coverages from the Jets. I mean, come on.
Right. My only little caveat with that is the fact that the rushing upside of Bo. I don't know if he's going to do it. He's going to have to run. He's going to be being chased. But that doesn't necessarily translate into points. It very much could be going south instead of north. So
I could see him turning the ball over a lot.
Yeah, so could I.
At least with Stafford, he's a little bit safer with the ball. And then my mentality is also Stafford has Williams who can move the ball a hell of a lot better than Denver's running backs can. That's the way I see it. So at least the score and whatnot.
Right. But probably the most disappointing game here. Lions at Cardinals. I thought the over under of 743 was going to hit. This didn't. It was 20-13 Lions. But goddamn it, the Lions are good. Monty and Gibbs are like.
Oh yeah, Gibbs is
Sun God got in the end zone.
How you think those Jameis Williams owners felt this week? They were pissed.
The way they should, because you don't trust him. He's not fucking good, and that's the funny thing. I'm like, you guys are gonna fall for the MVS thing. The MVS thing is happening, and you're gonna be like, oh man, what happened? I'm like, exactly what was supposed to happen with him.
He's pretty much their Shaheed. He's pretty much Shaheed.
Boom or bust.
Yeah. Big long touchdown, or he's doing nothing. So you got to be okay with
that. Marv is a stud. Like, that guy is everything. He's
true pro.
I mean, he was my number 1 pick in that 20-team league I did. So Still didn't do. No one else did anything for me, so I still lost. But whatever. Chiefs at Falcons, dude, who cares really? I mean, this was kind of, Steele's kind of audition. Rasheed Rice did his Rasheed Rice things. He's like the new Ty Hill out there. But
He's the number one.
But what did Bijan do there? Let me see.
I think he scored.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did too, but I'm just curious. Give me a second.
Yeah, I think Pitts caught like a 50-yard pass and got stopped at like the 1-inch line.
Yeah. I do remember that. Yep. Where's the fucking? Yeah. I want the recap. Jesus Christ. Seriously, you don't let me like drill down. Just okay, scoring. Okay. Bijan. Juju. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, Juju did score a touchdown.
Yeah.
No one even knows he's on the team. Fucking goof troop. Goddamn clown shoe. So yeah, nothing really exciting there, to be honest. I mean, Mahomes is not. I don't think Mahomes is actually good for fantasy. Kind of a hot takey thing there. Just doesn't.
Not yet. I'm telling you, give it a couple weeks. Mahomes is going to be dropping 3. It's minimum 3 a week.
We'll see. But I
That
don't know.
happened last year too, where like the first half of the year it was slow, and then Kelsey pulled his head out of his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now I will let you two talk about the Monday game because I'm gonna go get some more water. And also, I didn't watch a single snap of this because I was like, I'm not gonna win. So fuck all these teams right now. It was very. I was in a dark place. So you two talk about those two games. I'll be back in 3 minutes. I may even pee. I don't know. We'll see.
Wow.
No, see, you don't like to watch games. Even if I don't got no skin in the game, I'm still watching the game for scouting purpose. I'm still seeing.
The thing is, I had skin in the game. That's the problem. I had skin, and I was going against other skin in the game, and no, plus it was too different. No, and I heard dad was here too, so I had to like fucking entertain him and shit. It was a whole thing. Yeah, it was not enjoyable. It's fine. All right, so you two talk about that game because I saw the score and I'm like, holy shit, Josh Allen is a demigod. But, so, yeah.
Yeah, I think we kind of know that Josh Allen's, Allen's ridiculous. Like that's where I'm at with him.
Yeah.
I think he's MVP this year. If he keeps playing like this without turning the ball over, I mean, I think he's MVP. I really like Buffalo as a Super Bowl pick. There's not much to talk about there. I guess the big thing is Trevor Lawrence a bust? That's my question.
Ooh.
So
he sure looked good like it. It was just like, man, his routine, simple routes that he was throwing to, Christian Kirk or, to the number one receiver, he couldn't even do that anymore. And all the other skills players suffered. ETN suffered.
Right.
Brian Thomas, he seems like a stud, the receiver, the rookie receiver, but yeah, Trevor Lawrence looks lost, and they paid him all that money. It's like, man, you're not even close to that tier of quarterbacks that's supposed to be getting paid that amount of money. So I don't know. But how many leagues are you in besides this one?
I got
just one of.
I think I'm in 4 total. So I have this one.
Me too.
My home league. I have a league that I do with my buddy from work, and then I have an ESPN league that Alan actually runs. I'm 3-0 in this one. I'm 3-0 in the one I'm with my work friend. My home league, 1-2. First of all, I had Pacheco, so that just completely screwed me. Because right now I'm running. I also have Hurts in that league too. So like, thankfully I have a win. But like, so I have Hurts. What's saving me is I have Jefferson and Harrison. So, but my running backs right now are Tony Pollard and Brian Robinson. So it's been some rough sledding.
Brian Robinson's been solid.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good this week too, because with Eckler out, he's going to be.
Yeah. He's going to be more in a pass catching back, and he's shown that he can catch the ball out of the backfield a little bit towards the latter end of last year, and then into this year. You don't even have to have Eckler on the field. But yeah, I'm in 3 other leagues too, so total of 4. And going into the Monday night game, I had 1 league kind of sold up, and then I had other
Tell
2.
me how
I
that
thought
feels, because I don't know how that feels.
you felt it last year.
Oh, okay.
No, but I had that sold up, and in the other 2 leagues, I was severely behind, and so I didn't really even think that I was going to win. But Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, 1 league I had Josh Allen, and I had Buffalo's defense. I think I was going into the game. I think I was like down like 90 to like $1.40. Josh Allen, and I ended up winning that game by 2 points off of Buffalo's defense. So Monday night was
person that was facing you. Oh my God, I would have been so.
I know he was sitting there. He had his feet up, all fat and shit. Thought he just had it all won.
He wakes up and he's like, "Dude, lost."
Yeah, by 2 points. So yeah, that and Terry McLaurin, because he didn't show up. So that's the league that I was 0-2, and I was just like, man, I ain't got no chance of winning that. And then those Terry McLaurin, that 1 deep pass and then the 1 touchdown, and I ended up winning that one. So out of my 4 leagues, I went 3-1 this week. The only one I lost was this one because Timmy had Jennings and Kerwin Williams
Goddard.
He beat, like I said, he beat me by like 300, like 100 points almost. I'm like,
Wait,
I didn't
have
have
we
a
been
chance.
calling him Kyron? His name is Sherman. What are we doing here? Or Sherwin?
Sherwin Williams.
By the way, Rich, I have Dallas Goddard.
Oh well. Oh, did you? Who had?
Oh yeah,
who Timmy had?
It's funny because you guys.
Whoever Timmy had, I think. Who was that score? You, Babs? Are you the higher score this week, or was it Timmy?
Yeah,
I think Babs, you were the highest score.
I had 324 points this last week. So, yeah.
How much did Timmy? What's Timmy's name again?
I'm checking.
Well, and
Tim had 312, so I had
can't remember.
Wow.
By 12 points.
Yeah,
And I had like 191. Cool.
I mean, Josh Allen.
What's weird? What's actually really wild? Looking at the standings here, 4 through 10 are 1 and 2. That's crazy to me. That's just wild to me. I don't know.
It's the year of the injury. Telling you.
Yeah.
The injuries got. I mean, I got so many people on my bench injured, or in my other league, it's like I think I got like 5 bench spots, and they all had the little O next to them. Ow,
Jeez.
ow.
Well, let's see how that affects this. Let's see how that's going to affect us this week here. Thursday night, you got the Cowboys and the Giants divisional game. The spread is -6 for Dallas. A over under of 45.5. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to happen, but I clearly don't know shit about football, so who knows?
I mean, this game at first, to me, when you first glanced at it, you were like, it's another shitty Thursday game. But with the emergence of the Giants and neighbors, and now all of a sudden it's kind of a watchable game. It's like, okay, now I'm curious to see what happened now.
Yeah, but just the divisional.
Still, the Giants are involved.
Yeah, but also like the divisional one, it's like that is a rough and tumble division. So
anything can happen.
This might be like a 2010 game, but I don't see this going all the way up to 45.5. That seems silly. What say you boys?
I think Dallas is going to obliterate New York.
I know they are. I know last year it was like what 47-3 or 47-10, and like some other like crazy ass shutout.
Yeah, because Dallas's defense was absurd last year. Not so much this year. For me, my reasoning is the Giants secondary wasn't good to begin with, and now I think they have 2 of their starting corners. They're going to be out this week too. So they're going to pretty much have like a minor league crew in their secondary. combined with how much they like to pass, it's going to be. I do not want to be facing CD Lamb this week, which of
Yeah,
course
about to say.
week.
Are you?
CD's
Yes.
gonna have at least $120.
Oh God, let me bathe in your tears.
Yeah,
Is this by chance a Rico breakout game?
I don't see them running enough. I think it's going to be a game where Dak throws 5 scores. They run up the score. They're going to obliterate. I think they're going to trash the Giants. It's going to be their rebound game.
I mean, they are at the Giants, so that would be fun for them. But okay.
Yeah, Dallas is coming in with an attitude. They got blown out at home in front of their crowd to the point where Dak and CD were, chomping at each other on the sideline. Yeah, they're gonna come out fired up. Yeah, I see that.
Facing pretty much me and Rich in the secondary. That's pretty much what they're doing.
There you go. Fair.
Not good.
Yep. All right. Fair enough. All right. Sunday morning games. We're like I said. The process here is we're going to hit the morning games and then the afternoon games, and the Monday and the other one Sunday night game will be covered on Saturday. So we'll just do the morning ones and we'll get the hell out of here. Because somehow or another we still ran crazy late because
Yeah, for some reason you recap the old games. We usually don't recap the old games. We usually just go.
We touch on some, but yeah, I definitely may have went down the whole the whole thing.
Yeah, you recap the old games. We usually get into the new games and just kind of just push off from there. So
let me show off for the new host. Okay, let me get my fucking flowers. All right, God damn, I don't have anything else going on in my life.
He said I didn't get mine.
No, you're right though. I don't know why I did that. That's weird. All right, so morning games. Saints at Falcons. Oh my God, this is going to be a barn burner. Minus 2.5. Huh?
It's like the early game, like in a different country.
No, that's in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2.5 minus 2.5 for the Falcons and 42.5 over under. Look, you got the pretender of a car there.
The Falcons are favored?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this feels like a London game, absolutely. But nothing about this game screams exciting.
It's a toss-up for me because I could see this. I could see the Saints blowing up, but at the same time, if the Saints from last week show up, Atlanta's winning this game. So that's tough. It's one of those games where I could see Atlanta winning but close, or I could see New Orleans blowing them out. One to the other, right? And it's tough because week to week. I know Kamara's banged up too, which is I think he sat today, like hip and something else.
Yeah, hip pointer. Yeah, I mean I see it as it could be a Jekyll or Hyde game. Either it could be terrible with low scoring, or it can be ridiculous where they're both going up and down the field. I mean, as far as fantasy players go, I would start everybody associated.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
It's just exciting to watch Bijan play football.
Yeah,
Guy is so talented.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no one special is screaming. Let's put it this way: the players that you would normally start, do what you would like. Don't pivot off of them. Do what you're going to normally do. But there's no one here that's really looking like they're going to be breaking out here. So, let's see. Rams at Bears. Oh God. Yeah.
Sounds like a dull game.
Rams win that one.
Funny enough, it's -3 for the Bears and an over/under of 41.5. They're probably really counting on Caleb to do some things, and
Rams money line.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably easy money actually. I would even, I would probably do Rams -3 to be honest, but
Mhm.
yeah,
Maybe they're going by because the Rams got blown out by the Cardinals, and they think that their secondary is susceptible. But Caleb Williams just don't. He's not impressing me. I don't see it.
yeah.
Just don't.
I mean, this very much could be a 17-10 game in my eyes for the Rams.
Won't be watching that one.
Yeah,
Tell you that.
yeah. That's thank God for Red Zone. Vikings at Packers, the aforementioned Aaron Jones revenge game, so that could be at least an interesting storyline. At this point, just so I can do my victory lap, I'm just waiting for Darnold to fall in his face. Like I need that to happen because I don't want to seem like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I've just seen so much of him. But they're saying that Green Bay is -2.5 over under 43.5. I don't know what Jordan Love's situation is. If Jordan Love is playing, you absolutely need to start up your Green Bay receivers. There's not really much of a reason to shy away from it at that point. They were still sort of productive, without him there, and then with him there,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if Jordan Love's in this game, this is a sneaky good game. It's probably the best one of the 1:00 games.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe.
I agree.
Is Addy coming back yet? Is he
He practiced today, limited fashion, and Kevin O'Connell was saying that, they're highly optimistic he'll play, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, if those two pieces come back, that could actually be that real fun game. So, well, speaking of fun games, right, Steelers at Colts. We are -1.5 with an over under of 40.5. I don't know how that gets there.
The Colts are favored? I think their home field advantage is that good.
No. We're favored.
We're favored. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm liking some of these bets. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. I think the Colts end up winning this game. Honestly, I think Johnny Taylor goes a little ham.
You stay thinking running backs can run against the Steelers. Pull up the stats of all the running backs that they played this year. Now I don't think any of them got more than 70 yards. They shut down J.K. Dobbins. They shut down B. John Robinson. They shut down who else did they just play?
They played Denver. That doesn't count.
Neither one of that don't count. But still, you still think that teams with the running back can just get at them. I mean, I think a team that can pass proficiently and then sprinkle in the run will eat the Steelers alive as far as the defense. But if their primary offense is running the football, those teams don't do well against the Steelers. Even if the Steelers are 5-11 and they're a shitty team that year, they still don't let teams gash them in the running game. They just don't.
I just don't view Jonathan Taylor as a running back. He is very much an everything that you need kind of back. And I think that the Colts will figure this out, like their offensive woes. And I don't see. I don't know. I just something about like this team, man. The Steelers. It just seems like such a fake 3-0.
It's a fraud.
Like it just seems like such a fake 3-0, and I'm like you know what the Steelers record is? The Steelers record is an Instagram model. That's what it is. Like
you waiting for that glass slipper to fall off. Like you waiting for like someone walking across the stage and it looks like a car, but behind it it's a person holding like a cardboard, and you want to see everything fall apart.
Yeah. Remember the one year they started like 11-0 and they lost like the rest of the games the rest of the year. That's the vibe I'm getting too.
I think that teams that come out passing and they push the defense back and get them scared, those are the ones that's most successful. So if Anthony Richardson comes out and throws like 2-3 bombs down the field and back that defense up, then yeah, they might beat them and might blow them out. But if they just come out and just start handing it to Jonathan Taylor and hope that Richardson he needs to throw on third down, they're going to lose that battle. They are.
And I'm assuming that they know that, right? They know that they can't just do it that way. They have to have action or screen passes or just going over the top, like with going to Adnai or going to Pity, things like that. And I mean, Josh Downs, should be playing. So, and he has a big hard on for Alec Pierce. So it's an interesting grouping of players. I just don't know how they can't put it together yet. Broncos at Jets at the wow. This is an interesting spread. So New York is favored by 7.5, and the over/under is 39.5. That's a very wild. That's a wild stat line. God bless America. This game is going to be like if you like very slow, boring games. This is really going to be the golf that you watch to fall asleep. Like that's what you're going to be looking at there. You just better be goddamn happy that this is a 1 o'clock game and not a 4 o'clock game, because there's not always a lot of 4 o'clock games, and you don't want to have to deal with that on Red Zone. So
yeah, this is a game that
one.
They're anticipating that the Jets are going to get up a nice lead, and of course the Broncos going to be playing catch up. The Broncos probably going to score about 7 to 10 points, and maybe the Jets will get 24, something like that, maybe 28, and they're going to run it. They're running, but what's the name? Wilson's going to get surtained, so
yeah.
You're going to see Lazard and Conklin. That makes Conklin even a better pick.
Breece Hall is going to have another big game.
Yeah.
Breece and Braylon.
Breece or Braylon. Yeah, right. Okay. The next game is really disappointing to me. Mostly just because of last week's performance on both sides and now injuries. So it is the Eagles at the Bucks. Philly is still favored by 2, over under 44.5. Jury's still out on Devontae, probably not going to be out there. That's fine. It's not, but it's fine. I guess, I'm not saying that the Bucks are, not going to come out and be, okay, but it is also Baker Mayfield, so he still has that weird Cleveland stink on him, so you never really know. Like, is he really a for real or is he a pretender? I don't know. But myself and Taylor are in the same boat. We are very concerned with the Eagles offense here because we have Shares in Jalen, and Jalen is not Jalen Ning. So.
Yeah, my thing is here, if Devontae or AJ doesn't play and it's just Goddard and, Jahan Dotson or whatever you want to call it, and all the replacements, like the movie with, smoking cigarettes on the field.
Right.
So the kicker smoking cigarettes on the field. If it's like that, the Buccaneers is going to beat the brakes off them. I'm sorry. If he don't have one dominant receiver, I don't see it. I mean, and they would have to run, and that plays into the strength of the Bucs. I mean, Tampa Bay has always been good against the run. I don't see Saquon getting crazy on the Bucs.
Saquon got the same feel as JTT for me though too, so it's kind of one of those deals where, like he is just as dominant in the backfield as with his hands. So, but once again, I mean, knowing that if there isn't a receiving threat that's a conventional receiving threat, like you're not getting that Goddard bullshit ever again. Like that is his Like if he ever gets into the Hall of Fame, they're just going to do a bust of that actual play. Like that's all.
They're going to dump off a lot to him and Barkley, I feel like. It's going to be a lot of dump off 2-yard passes, trying to get yards after the catch. So maybe one more Dallas game until people come back.
Either that or we're going to all be clamoring to the waiver wire for another no-name receiver we didn't see because
maybe that what was his name? Johnny
what, that Covey dude? It was Britton Covey?
No, not him. There was like a Johnny fucking Johnny Appleseed. I don't know. He had his first catch last week. Then he had like a really costly penalty. I can't think of his name. Yeah, I just feel like that's gonna be an insanely disappointing game. All right, only 2 more games here, boys, and we can get out of here because I see Taylor's sleepy and I'm sleepy, and Jermaine's just probably gay, so it's fine.
She had to throw
God damn, you just
look. I'm still salty over Andy. All right, so let me have my moment. Speaking.
Well, if I am gay, I'm fucking you first.
Here's what's interesting. As you said that, it got really like blurby, like blah, 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 blah. So all I heard was like, if I am gay, I'm fucking you. So it was like a DJ Clue thing. I don't know what happened there, but that was fun.
No, it's not a remix.
All right. Then I bet you didn't have a DJ Clue reference on your bingo card today, did you?
DJ Clue.
All right. So, revenge game number 2, and this actually could be really fun. And I didn't think I was going to say this at any point during this year for this team, but here we are. Bengals at Panthers. So, Andy Dalton revenge game. Since he is favored by only 3.5, the over/under is 46.5, and you can thank Andy for that one. This could actually be fun. This could be fun. It's weird to say it, but if Andy is for real, which he very well may not be, but he is the king of the he's king of the backup quarterbacks. You know, and you know that man's going to come in there a little bit like, yeah, let me show you. I still got it. I don't know, but
I say the Bengals is very desperate, so they're going to be throwing the kitchen sink out. They're going to be doing whatever they can.
I love it so much. Yeah, I mean, they're going to force the issue.
I'm thinking Cincy 31, Carolina 28. I think that Cincinnati's defense is horrendous. Like, Cincy's defense is so bad. But so is Carolina. I just think Burrow's going to slightly outscore Dalton. I think it's going to be like a shootout. Cincy just has more firepower. That's the way I see it going down. So take the over.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. It would be nice to see Higgins kind of get back into the swing of things. And first game back, you're not going to really like count on it, but all right. So desperate to even more desperate. Jags at Texans. They just got the break speed off of them, something fierce. And Texans got embarrassed. The minus 6.5 for Houston, 45.5 for the over under. There's zero chance Jags come out of here with a win. Absolutely not.
It's just
I don't know if Mixon is going to play. I think he's still, who knows? I know the Cam Akers owners like myself were relatively disappointed. I mean, he did catch that little short tutty, but they were playing from behind so much they weren't really running the rock. So kind of see what happens with that. But
I mean, both teams are coming off of disappointing losses, but then if you equate it to quarterback play, I have way more faith in CJ Stroud than I do in Trevor Lawrence, who is getting paid like a top tier quarterback and hasn't shown anything. He's shown, I ain't gonna say as bad as Kenny Pickett, but he
if it wasn't for
abysmal.
if it wasn't for Brian Thomas, he would be so much worse off. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you. I'm not saying they're going to do a quarterback change at some point, but they may have to like really reevaluate what they did because he's not the answer. He's yet to be the answer. So I don't know.
Another Jags rebuild on the horizon.
Hey, well, that's what they get.
Well, they won that one playoff game, I think, against the Chargers, and they came back. And then right after that, they just laid out the pocketbook on them, like they had the franchise quarterback of the future because he won one playoff game against a team that learns how to lose, which is the Chargers. The Chargers will find a way to lose the game.
I forget who we made the reference to last week, but it was somebody, and it was like, yeah, look, you once again wifed up the first girl that banged you. Like that's what you did, and that's what they did. Like you had a dick hair amount of success. They're like, here's all the money in the world, man. Like, prove it, man. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a reason why the Jaguars were always the international game. Just saying. Just saying by just saying it.
They got a swimming pool in the stadium. I mean, like, I understand it's nice and convenient, but I mean, like, most people want to be at the game going crazy, not putting on bathing suits and jumping in the swimming pool while the game is going on. Well, that tells everything you need to know about it.
I think you're not looking at this the correct way. I think you're absolutely dead wrong there. You're telling me there's a swimming pool I can kind of just hang out and just lean over and watch the game? Yeah, put me in, coach. Absolutely.
You never seen that on the TV? when the Jags play at home?
No, because I don't
got a swimming pool in the stands.
Hey, that's I don't know, man. There's something about that that's appealing. I don't know.
You got to do something when your fantasy team's losing. So
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. I understand that you saying that that's a nice, cool, relaxing thing. But if I'm going to a game, if I'm going to a Steeler game, I'm not looking to relax and get in no swimming pool. I'm hyped and snapping. I'm high-fiving people I don't know. I'm getting drunk. I'm not trying to swim.
I gotcha. Fair enough. All right. So we got more games to cover on Saturday. We will do that. As of right now, there's nothing pressing happening from the injury front. It's kind of a bit of a wait and see thing. So whatever we didn't cover or whatever comes out in between now and that, we'll talk about that on Saturday, and we'll cover, hopefully an interesting game on Thursday. But yeah, this is good, man. And this is going to be the 3-man group here for Wednesdays. And I appreciate you jumping on and doing this here with us. I
appreciate it, Babs.
I'm glad the chemistry worked here because you never know. It's a 3-man. You're used to 2 people talking. You add a third. It's like, all right, let's not step on each other's toes. But I think we all did really well there.
Good talk.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, appreciate all the folks popping in for the football thing. Babs, I will personally see you tomorrow because we're going to go to this last Pirate game because we want to be sad together.
Hopefully, we see the Pirates win total hit tomorrow. $100.
Oh yeah, he has a bet.
Oh, the season is over officially tomorrow.
They have
the home
game of the year is tomorrow. They have a weekend series against the Yankees, and then they're done. So,
yeah, which is always a fun way to end the year. It's like, hey, when that last time you got fucked, now we're just gonna fuck you even harder.
Yeah.
Just to sign you off for the season, like.
Right. Yeah, it's just like I know you've been riding this bike all day, but terrible.
Oh wow.
But all right, boys. Good show. I will see you guys on Saturday for baseball and football here. Yeah. Any parting words here, guys?
4-0 upcoming for my fantasy team.
All right, we're ending the stream. Goodbye.